PlayStation just dropped the biggest reveal of 2026, and I genuinely don't think people understand how massive this is yet. God of War Laufey was just announced, and everything about it breaks the rules of this franchise. New protagonist, new world, new mythology. Let's break it all down in 5 minutes. First, who are we actually playing as? Faye, also known as Laufey, is Kratos' dead wife and the mother of Atreus. She died before the events of the 2018 God of War reboot. She has been a ghost in the background of this entire modern saga. Every clue Kratos and Atreus followed on their journey, the runes, the path, the prophecy, Faye left all of it before she died. She knew everything. The game picks up right after her funeral. Faye wakes up unexpectedly in a strange land and discovers the plans she put in place to protect Kratos and Atreus are now at risk. So she does what any warrior mother would do. She fights her way through the afterlife of the gods to save her family. And just to be clear, Santa Monica Studio calls this the next mainline God of War entry. Not a spin-off, not a side story. This is the next chapter. Now the setting, the Everywhen. This is where it gets brilliant. The Everywhen is the afterlife of the gods. It sits above the mortal afterlives of every mythology. It's described as the birthplace and endpoint of all magic, the answer to the question Odin obsessed over in Ragnarok. What actually happens to gods when they die? And the Everywhen brings gods from multiple mythologies together, Norse, Egyptian, Mongolian, and others, all coexisting in one realm under conflict. This is the first time in franchise history God of War goes beyond two mythologies. The two main villains revealed in the trailer are Begtse, a red hulking god from Mongolian and Tibetan Buddhist mythology, and Sekhmet, the Egyptian lion goddess. The genius of this setting is that Santa Monica can now pull any god from any mythology into this world. Egyptian, Aztec, Japanese, the door is completely open. This one location changes the entire future of the franchise. Let's talk combat, because this feels completely different from Kratos. Faye's gameplay is agile, acrobatic, focused on magic and ranged abilities, a stark contrast to Kratos' heavy brute force style. Faye's gameplay is agile, acrobatic, focused on magic and ranged abilities, a stark contrast to Kratos' heavy brute force style. As the golden hand of the Jotnar, Faye can separate an enemy's soul mid-combat and deploy it offensively, strike it directly, or hurl it into other enemies to extend combos. She wields an enchanted magical sword through her companion Rue. Santa Monica says they built on the modern God of War combat while injecting classic DNA from the Greek era. Hyper-responsive movement that lets Faye transition between ground and air without breaking the action. And jumping is back, a full jump mechanic not seen in the franchise since God of War 3 in 2010. Aerial combos, air-to-ground slams, mid-air soul throws. The combat ceiling here is going to be sky high. Quick look at the cast. Faye is played by Deborah Ann Wall. Her two companions are Phranque, a cosmic cube voiced by Jack Quaid, and Rue, an enchanted ribbon guardian voiced by Perlina Lau. Phranque broke the internet within hours of the reveal. A talking cube who protects his friends at all costs. People love him already. And Kratos himself made a brief cameo at a pivotal moment in the showcase, so he's not gone. This is just Faye's story. 3 quick theories before we close. 1. Faye planned to end up in the Everywhen. She was a seer. She saw the future. The plans she left for Kratos and Atreus almost certainly involved knowing she'd wake up there. 2. Sekhmet leaves the scene right before Faye's first battle to investigate a mysterious beam of light from a distant structure. That beam is the threat. Whatever is coming for Kratos and Atreus is being sent from inside the Everywhen, and Faye has to stop it from the source. 3. This is the beginning of a God of War universe. Cory Barlog described Kratos as the franchise's core, while framing characters like Faye as branches the studio intends to develop in parallel. Multiple protagonists, multiple mythologies, one connected world. God of War Laufey, no release date yet, PS5 exclusive, and it is already the most interesting game announced this year. I'll be covering every update as it drops, Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss it. And drop in the comments, are you ready to play as Faye? Let me know. See you in the next one.